About a quarter of the way into Blade Runner, Ridley Scott introduces the audience to Rachael, an enigmatic woman living in Tyrell's palace, almost floating in the heavens of Blade Runner's cyberpunk metropolis. She emerges from glistening light as she approaches Harrison Ford's Deckard, consolidated in shadow. She's here unknowingly to have her eyes examined. In Scott's cyberpunk future, replicant AIs have been created as slaves and labourers with a 4-year lifespan. They're infinitely as intelligent and capable as humans and are virtually undistinguishable on the surface. More primitive replicants can be visually recognised. Their eyes don't seem natural, they glisten with abnormal colours and can be discerned through testing. In this bleak future, Blade Runners have developed an eye test that measures the eye's reaction to vocal stimuli and subsequently decides if the eyes it's looking at are human. In this monolithic room, Tyrell asks Deckard to test Rachael before he brings in a replicant so that he can see a correct negative response. As Deckard begins to question Rachael, her responses become more and more stiff, her presence suddenly unnatural. You begin to doubt her humanity, and as you now begin to question Rachael with Deckard, Scott cuts closer and closer until all you can focus on is her eyes. Why? Well, you know that the machine is measuring Rachael's reactions through them, and now without realizing, you are as well. All of a sudden you're one with the machine, nothing but a test as you ache to know if Rachael is truly human. Scott has hijacked you without knowing. Are you no better than the machine laying next to Deckard? If you're no better, then why does it matter that Rachael could be a machine? It's this sublime cadence of motifs that Scott does throughout Blade Runner that builds its immensely powerful questions. After this scene with Rachael, it's quite clear that Ridley Scott believes there's a strong connection between human existence and the eyes. For example, Tyrell, who we're introduced to in this moment, wears gigantic glasses, emphasizing the size of his eyes, a very literal reflection of his larger-than-life god complex. Tyrell sees himself above the existence of others, and in many ways is, for he is the creator of life, whether that be artificial or not. This concept of life residing in the eyes is clearly picked up by the replicants of Blade Runner's world. When they learn that they have been programmed to only live for 4 years, they immediately seek out the designer of their eyes, as if by creating new eyes they could live longer. On the other side of the coin, both Batty and Leon also see the eyes as the life of humans. Upon meeting his maker, Batty kills Tyrell by using his thumbs to crush his eyes, and similarly, Leon attempts this with Deckard as they fight under the pouring rain. If life resides in the eyes, then what is the life that Blade Runners look for? Is life someone's humanity or something else? I think Ridley Scott leaves clues for us in Deckard's apartment. Rachael's revealed to have had photos of her created in order to establish a sense of memory, and alongside this, Deckard's apartment is littered with old photographs that he thumbs through. If photos provide memories so that the replicants feel human, then are memories what make us human? In other words, are memories our bond to life? They clearly shape your perception of yourself. If you were to have photos placed in your apartment of one life, your identity would be infinitely different to the photos of another life. Memories shape identity in Blade Runner is why Rachael has an existential crisis when Deckard reveals that her photographs are fake. We are our memory, and if that memory is taken away, then what are we but a machine, biological or artificial? Scott develops this further with the motif of Deckard's piano. It's arguably one of my favourite motifs in all of film. It's where Deckard sits when he dreams, and more thematically a bridging point between machine and life. A man-made construction of intricacy and detail, a computer if you will, yet its sounds can only be translated when played with humanity. A piano is nothing until a human is in control. When that humanity bleeds through onto the keys, only then does it bring forth immense emotion and stories. Vangelis' score replicates this so well. His piano and synths combine the artificial and the natural, bleeding into each other until you don't understand the difference, both immensely powerful creations of emotion and memory. It's these memories and emotions that formulate our identity, our person and our place in the universe. No label, replicant, human or else can define that for us. We're as infinite as tears in rain and as beautiful as blindingly bright unicorns. No matter how we live or how we die, we've been a part of this world. We've seen things and absorbed its beauty with our eyes. Nothing could stay inhuman after that experience. We are how we live, and that will forever make us human.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched C-beams glitter in the dark near the 10-house gate. All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears